that time of the month again. What has happened? I feel like April has just flown by. I actually feel like this year has just flown by. Just flown by. With the months flying by the way they are, that means that it is time for my favorite part of the month, which is my May TBR. I found that last month I really liked the way I did like the high priority and the low priority and gave myself options. The first one is Rush by Maya Banks, a big brother's best friend, and that kind of forbidden love trope. It's also a billionaire trope. Rush was very heavily recommended in the group that I'm in, so I'm going to try it out. It is a series. If I like it, I'll probably move on to the rest of the series. You know me around here. I am a series girl. The next one that I have on order that's going to be popping up on Monday is Falling for Gage by Mia Sheridan. This is the third, I guess it's the third because Archer's Voice is technically the first in two different series where Love Meets Fate and Pelion Lake. Falling for Gage is the third in the Pelion Lake series, and we met Gage at the end of Archer's Voice. We also met Gage in Travis. He's the rich guy across the lake that kind of pops in, you know. He has the house parties and stuff, which I'm excited to read about Gage. Next one is another Mia Sheridan book. I actually have two more, so I'll probably just go ahead and get those over with here. So in April, I read Most of All You, and you'll hear about that in my April wrap-up. But I did go ahead and order More Than Words, which is like a rekindling type book. They're together, and then they separate, and they move back. Then we have Grayson's Vow by Mia Sheridan. This is a fake marriage trope, and I do kind of believe they're kind of enemies to lovers. One of them, it looks like, is a convicted felon. I'm kind of not even like reading what these books are about when I order them when it comes to Mia Sheridan, because I found that I really enjoy her writing. She's not always a 4 or 5 star read for me, but even her 3 stars are very good. So Grayson's Vow, Mia Sheridan. Enemies to lovers. I do know there's a fake marriage in here. It looks good. I want to read it. We will talk about Emily Donovan Is Killing It. I just needed to find something that was not a romance, that was kind of light. And this is a mystery. It's a murder mystery. I think she just kind of accidentally stumbles upon solving crimes. So Finley Donovan Is Killing It by El Casamano. And I think it'll be a cute little book to add to the high priority list. We are also going to talk about adding Binding 13 to this month. I am doing a reading vlog on the Boys of Tommen. Everyone has told me that I need to read this, but these are scary for me. I look at this book as I tell you about it because the words are tiny in this book. But I've also been told that it's a very conversational book, so I'm not reading on and on and on about what somebody feels when they look at the fucking window, right? So, Boys of Tommen, Chloe Walsh. I have all 5 of them. We're going to do a vlog on them. I don't know when that'll come out. I don't know when I'll post that and how fast I'll go through these, but I'm going to just do them one at a time. If I don't get them all done this month, then I have all summer to finish these books, but we're going to try. Boys of Summer, super popular series. I've had people I know in real life tell me that they love this series, so we're going to try it. Next up, let's just go ahead and get our dark romances out of the way. Jennifer Hartman, an auto-by-author for me. I want to read her entire catalog, so I'm in the process of all of the back. I was never a big Jennifer Hartman fan. I think I read one years ago, like 2019, 2018. At the time, dark romance wasn't my thing. So I didn't hate it, but I don't remember loving it, and I couldn't even tell you which book it was that I read. Like, that's how it was in and out of my brain. But she has now become an auto-by-author for me. I really, really love how she writes. And so I picked up The Wrong Heart. And this one is about a woman whose husband dies, and his heart is transplanted into another person. And I think he's like the bad boy guy, but there's some kind of connection there, and that's how this evolves. And of course, so Jennifer Hartman gets this book for me this month. And then she's also giving me Lotus to read. This is the second book to Still Beating, even though technically they're all standalones, but she has said herself to read them in this order. So we're reading them in this order. I'm going to tell you right now, I just don't know. I tend to read her books, and I get into a major book hangover after I read her books. They are so beautifully written. They make me cry every single time. I don't know why. Of course I know why. They're fucking traumatic, but they're just done so beautifully. If I, years ago, had read June 1st before anything else, I probably would have been hooked then. June 1st kind of did it for me for Jennifer Hartman, but she's become an auto-buy author. I'm reading everything in her back catalog that I can, so I'm slowly ordering them over time as I read them. Next up, we'll go ahead and talk about these. I have 2 books this month by Abby Jimenez on the table. Part of Your World is the first to yours truly, which I read also this month. And I want to go ahead and read this because Club, we are reading just for the summer, which is the 3rd in this series. So Part of Your World is the best friend from the girl in yours truly. And she's a doctor, and he's a like country dude, I guess. I'm not really sure 100%. I want to go into it not knowing a whole bunch, because I did that with yours truly and I loved it. And the same thing with this. All I know is that both of these people are people who date people, and then they break up with them, and their exes always find like their soulmate, their forever person after they date them. And then I picked up Holly Gramazio's Husbands. I had been eyeballing this since it came out. This was released in April, I think. Maybe March. I think April. And this is when you don't like your husband and it's not working out, a new one shows up. That's literally the premise. There's something so interesting about that. Next up on the list is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This book has been everywhere. This is another one of those book community goodies that everybody seems to love. And I am currently loving reading about cowboys right now. So we're going to try it. If it's any good, I'll pick up the next one and we'll go on about our business. I also picked up I saw this book at Barnes & Noble when I went yesterday. This was a random pickup for me. I had no intentions of having this on my TBR this month, but I've never read a Mariana Zapata book, and Larry on YouTube loves her. So I saw this one. This is an age gap romance. He's her landlord. It is small town mountainish vibes, so I thought we would try this. It's called All Roads Lead to Here. Then we have Picking Daisies on Sunday by Liana Cincotti, and this has been all over BookTube. It's supposed to be just super refreshing, well written. This is an independent author, so I had to order this one. You can't just walk into Barnes and find it. I'm really excited. This is also a childhood friends to lovers, I believe. So this will be a really cute read, and it's pink. Like, how gorgeous is this cover? It's just so pretty. Another one that I saw, Ashley, what is her last name? I forget her last name, but I'll link her below. She had this book, When Fate Breaks by Nikki Witt. This is also an independently published book. I, again, had to order this off Amazon. This is another one of those. I bought it for the cover, and I hope I don't regret it, because I've been regretting a lot of those lately. But it also takes place in Alabama, which is where I'm from. So we're going to rep some Alabama. And that's it. That is all. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 books on my high priority. And then, of course, as always, we have the TBR shelf. You'll see I keep a variety up here. In the center, I always stack my TBR, my high priority TBR like this. I found this Catherine Center book, and everyone loves Hello Stranger, so I thought I would try it out. We also have Vicious, which is a dark romance by L.J. Sheen. Alive and Wells, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, these 2 Christy Boyce books, and Killer Instinct, along with Goodbye Def Leppard, Fangirl, and Our Fault, and The Last Call. were on here last month, but I did add in Happily Ever After by Lynn Painter. I really want to kind of try her adult book before I go into her YA books. And I also wanted to try the Inheritance games because I found I really like The Naturals, so I picked up Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So I picked this one up. And then over here, we did have The Naked Fisherman on here the last time, but we did not have these three, which this is Raiders of the Lost Heart. I have been looking at this one for the cover alone for a long time. So if I gravitate over here and I grab it, then I'll love it. The Romance Book Club looks so sweet. And then The Fake Mate. I know what this book is about. I don't know if I'm going to love it or not, but we'll find out. It's there. Then over here, these are ones that were not here before. I have Sunkissed by Casey West. This is a YA. I did put The Bookshop by the Bay, Pamela Kelly here. I did also throw Frida McFadden up here. Again, I wanted to try some Frida McFadden, some thrillers that maybe are not as heavy as other ones I've been trying here lately. Next to Frida McFadden is this brick of a book, and this is A Little Life by Anya Yanagara. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, but this thing it's massive, and it's small print. It's almost 800 pages. I'm wanting to read this for a few months now, but the utter size of it terrifies me, and I feel like I need to dedicate some time to it. I decided to put it up here in case I'm feeling like an overachiever this month. I probably won't, but I want to get to that book so bad. And then we also have up here Expiration Dates by Rebecca Searle. I need to get these stickers off of here. I hate this, and I hate these. Looks like it's just going to be a cute little read. So I wanted it up there in case I needed something a little bit lighter. And then I also picked up Even If It Breaks Your Heart by Erin Hahn. This is a YA book about two teenagers who are trying to figure their life out and going after what they want. I thought, why not, in case I need something light and fluffy? And that's it. That is the TBR shelf. And just like that, we're done, guys. That is it for my April TBR. 15 books is a great starting point, and it gives me lots of choices. And I'm really excited about the majority of these. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye.